Good morning, friends. I am so glad to be here today. I was listening to some sweet R&B about love, and so many of our songs that we listen to are just filled with emotion, aren't they? I love R&B for getting into the mood. But I'm lighting up our Palo Santo today because I just have such a heart to open the week with love readings. What is it that you're wishing for? What is it that you're hoping for? Is a part of you holding on to the tiniest bit of hope that love is still out there for you? Do you wish that somebody in your family was connected? Do you want to be loved by friends, by your neighbors? Where is it that love can come into your life that will make a difference for you? That is what we're here for today. I love the Lover's Path Tarot. I just want to make sure that I'm kind of balanced so I can fit the cards in. I love the Lover's Path Tarot. The art speaks to me so highly. And as you guys know, if you've been here for the last few readings, that I am doing something different in September. I'm doing an experiment around allowing myself more cards for the people who are willing to support my channel. Hi, Sophia. Hi, Motivation. Love that you're here. And as I was just explaining, I always draw one card readings for anyone that plays the game with me. I call it the gratitude game. But tell me something that you love, and I will draw a card for you. If you would like a deeper reading, all you have to do is send a super chat that supports the channel, and I will draw 3 cards for you. Okay? And so we have the opportunity for 1 card reading or 3 card readings. And I'm just allowing my curtain to be closed, and look at how the beam of light just comes right across deeply. And notice how this shadow goes back and forth. There's a deep message in that because Spirit knows that we want to be loved deeply, but we don't understand. That means that something in you needs to adjust, okay? So motivation, I love that you love your creativity. Motivation, I also love your name because isn't it true? Hi, Amanda, loves the trees. Thank you, guys. I will get started. I just want to mix these cards real well today. So whatever kind of love, it could be sibling love, it could be romantic love, it could be platonic love. It doesn't matter. We just want to see what the universe has for us when it comes to love. So motivation, you're first. Sophia, I love that you love love. Fabulous. And Amanda, you are next. So let's jump right in. Everybody take a deep breath. And we just allow Spirit to speak to us. What is it we want to know about love, or what's important for us to know? So motivation, you are first. Let's take a peek. Okay. All right, motivation. So when I look at this figure, the first thing I think of is honor. This horse is honored to have this rider. There is an affinity between this horse and this rider. So what that's showing me, motivation, is that there are a lot of people in your life right now who have affinity with you. Affinity is a word I love because it's the opposite of feeling repelled by someone. All right. A lot of times, motivation, when you've had different relationships, you have felt maybe less than, that you have felt less than the person that you're with, and that it's caused you some compromise that has not been to your highest good. You may be a person who does enjoy animals more than people, and I can totally relate to that. That's kind of true for me sometimes. But you need to realize you are surrounded by people who like you, people who want to be closer to you. And there's something inside of you that doesn't recognize it. And I feel like this beautiful white horse is here to remind you that you do have talents, gifts, and skills that are admirable, that people around you are affirming how well you're doing, but you're not able to receive it as deeply as you might. A piece of advice for you, motivation, use the YouTube search and search Abraham Hicks self concept or Abraham Hicks loved by others. Abraham Hicks is someone I listen to on YouTube when I'm having doubt. And so I feel like there's a connection between you and your future where you have to realize that what's happening right now is being admired and that you're being held in higher esteem than you think you are. Okay? So let's take this. And thank you, Motivation, for being here. And thank you guys for, oh, Murphy, Murphy is licking his paw and he's not supposed to. So I see that I have a contribution here, a tribute for my channel. Thank you so much. I will, I need to forward ahead and see who is tributing me. Oh, Rikesh is here. Oh, thank you, Rikesh. Let me just honor you. Okay, so Rakesh loves listening to music. Fabulous. I will do a 3 card for you in just a moment, but we're going to go back and we're going to go to Sophia next. Sophia, I love that you love love. That is so awesome, and I'm grateful for that. I love love also. So let's take a peek. What does the universe have for you today? What is it you can understand about love? All right, let's take a look here. So I feel for you, my dear Sophia, that there's someone who has crossed over. There's somebody on the other side who is wanting to encourage you. There's someone that is now in the arms of the angels, and this person has a message. Their message is thank you. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your grace. Thank you for allowing me what I needed while I was on the earthly plane. You have loved me the way no other humans have, and I'm flying into your life over this next, I would say, month or so that are going to be connected to whatever it is that we worked on together. There's something in your energy that is attracting the exact right people. And it's important that you know I am loving you and I am lifting you up and I am supporting you from the other side. Okay, Sophia? My goodness. I really appreciate you, Sophia, for what it is that you've been going through. And isn't it true sometimes that when we go through the most difficult parts of our lives, that we see God in all of the power that's available to us? My blessings onto you, Sophia. Amanda loves the trees. Boy, oh boy, so do I. And in my part of the country right now in Tennessee, the trees are just starting to turn color. So before I read the card, I just sense for you, Amanda, that you're in a lot of transition right now, aren't you? And there are things that are happening that might be a little bit, they may cause you to wobble a little bit. And so, again, I love Abraham Hicks so much. You might want to do a YouTube search, Abraham Hicks wobble, and you're going to get an extra message. Okay, anybody else who feels wobbly about love, you got to listen to Abraham about wobble. Okay, so that's so funny. Look at that. Look at this card, Amanda. Balance. Okay, so definitely before I even read the card, I felt that sense that in your life right now, it's important for you to find your balance, that you're not alone. I want to thank you for being here today, Amanda, because you are like an ambassador of wobbling. And I don't want you to feel at all concerned about that, because many times now these two figures are dancing, aren't they? We have a dark figure with flames, and we have the angelic figure with the ocean behind. This is such an important card in that it calls us to dance with our shadow. Many times the people that find my work are perfectionistic, okay? And not only that, they're procrastinating perfectionists. Why do I know that? Because I am a procrastinating perfectionist in recovery. I'm doing my best to organize myself and to create more order. My mind is always zipping around with ideas, and I can take flight and forget that I have to live real life. So, my dear Amanda, there's some shadowy parts of your personality. There's parts of you that you wish you had more control over. And the universe wants you to know that's okay. We all are dancing with our shadows every single day. We all have a choice when we think about things to find something to be grateful for, and something that we can appreciate. The power of gratitude is the secret sauce. You will hear me preaching that forever. Now, I am also noticing, can you see this red ribbon that is connecting these two figures? That is always my clue that your family of origin may have something to do with this wobbling that you're feeling. Maybe it's that you want to move forward, you want to move away, but you feel an overly developed sense of loyalty to your family of origin. It's natural for you to evolve and change. It's natural for you to step out of how you grew up if that's to your highest good. So you will definitely experience more love as you approach love from the inside out. Okay? And again, Abraham Hicks, uh, wobble. You're going to get a blessing from that. No licking, Murphy. Okay, who is next? Let's see. Midnight Crow, hi Selena, welcome. Dakshita, welcome. Amanda, Amanda, I see now that you've asked that question. When you asked about you and Robert, this message is exactly applicable to your situation. All right. If you want more cards, that's always possible. It just is when you give a tribute to my channel, I can draw 3 cards for you. But any time that you're experiencing a wobbling with your relationship, always check what's going on inside first. I'm going to timestamp these, and I welcome you back to listen again because I believe you'll get further blessings, okay? And so Rakesh loves music, so do I. Thank you for that. There we go. And Midnight Crow, Selena's here. Okay, awesome. So, Rakesh, let's draw 3 cards for you. I'm going to leave this one because it stayed on the table. And what is it? My music loving, oh my goodness, look at all those cards spitting out. My music friend, Rakesh, what is it that what's your love message today? Okay, we'll take this one and this one. It's just my great pleasure to do 3-card readings. They allow us a little bit more of a window into what's going on. Okay. All right, number 1, we have the Prince of Coins. Oh, the love card comes out. How interesting is that? Let me just move this up a little bit so you can see the whole card. Okay, good. And we have wisdom. Can you see it all, you guys? Okay. Okay, good. All right, so let's take a peek here. Okay, Rakesh. All right. So it seems to me that even though your heart is just aching for this love, right? That your heart wants what it wants. You cannot deny what the heart wants. However, this is not the most ideal card for a love match. The 2 of Cups is actually more of a faded, like a soulmate card. This love card often has a bit of struggle in it. It has a little bit of balance and it has a little bit of compromise, but this is kind of the working man's love card. How he's surrounded by these trees. There's a certain amount of stability around your financial life that is at the top of your reading. Okay, Rakesh, there's something up here at the very top that is pulling your energy away from love. The wisdom of this, and I love this figure. Notice that these two figures are separate, and that this figure sitting from behind is looking at the back of this wisdom figure. The wisdom figure is so important in terms of your intuition, what it is that you're called to. I have a feeling that in the past, you've been called into relationships that have not been very stable, and that possibly your past relationships caused you to stop for a minute and say, hang on a second, what's going on here? What is it in me that's drawing the wrong people? And so, Rakesh, I do have this quote that I wrote down so I would remember it. And I want to say it to you, okay? Because you may have some patterns of thought and the way you conduct yourself at work, the way you value yourself may be causing you to attract the wrong kind of energy in your love life. And even how you're treated at work, being respected, that's a form of love, don't you think? Respect is a form of love. So a part of you is pulling out and saying, hang on a second. If it's me, if I'm the magnet and everyone that's coming is coming because of what I am shining, I want to make sure I am turned on. My magnet is turned on for the right people. So here's this affirmation. I am willing to release any patterns within me that are separating me from people with goodwill and affection for me. Let me just read that one more time, okay? I am willing to release any patterns within me that are separating me from people with goodwill and affection for me. Now, you guys know I do tapping. I'm offering tapping sessions in my private group. Rakesh is a member of my private group, so Rakesh, be sure to take advantage of everything that's there. Lots of tools, it's all free of charge. And if you guys want to join my private manifesting group, just email me and I'll send you an invitation. Because you know what, even if you find the love of your life, that's just the beginning. After you find the love of your life, you have to sustain it. So please do pay attention to your inner wisdom. Now I have 33 people watching and 3 thumbs up. What I would say for you, Rakesh, is look up the angel meaning of 333, because I think there's an extra blessing. All right. You can look up angel message for 333 also. All right. Wonderful. Thank you guys for being here. I'm so grateful that y'all are here looking for love and being able to tell me what it is that you love. So, Selena loves the stars and the moons. I don't enjoy it often. Well, Selena, you got to just go outside, right? Now, yesterday's messages, we had a lot of messages about going outside and reconnecting with the abundance that's all around us at all times. All right. So that, let's just say that ahead of time, whenever you're feeling discouraged or feeling like something is out of sorts, that it's important that you go out and the expression of abundance, no matter where you live. So I am so tickled pink to draw 3 cards for you. Thank you for supporting the channel. It means the world to me. I'm just a little grandma in Tennessee. And I never expected to have a YouTube channel, never expected to have so many wonderful people coming across my life. And so I'm grateful for those of you who support the channel. And I'm doing 3 card readings if you do that. So let's see what we have here for you, my dear Selena. Selena and I share some things in common that are crazy. We lived in San Diego and we didn't know each other then. And she's living in Indiana now, fairly close to where I grew up, South Bend, Indiana. So what do you think about that? How weird, huh? Okay, Selena, first thing, I do want you to take a peek at the shorts today that I released, because I did release an Ace of Cups in the shorts, and I have a feeling that message might be exactly for you. All right, so let's take a look. Oh, Selena, 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 you have been working hard. You have been really working hard to find love. There is no question about it. These cards could not be more supportive of someone with a pure heart for attracting the right people. I say people now, not because you're supposed to have several partners. That's generally not an easy way to go, although some people are polyamorous, and if that works for you, cool. But what it shows me here is that you've taken some personal responsibility, Selena, and all the different people that you've worked with, the different places you've lived. Isn't it true that wherever you go, there's always a friendly soul? Sometimes, and I don't know why this is true, but it is for me, I can feel almost like an instant rapport and an instant connection with a stranger that I never experienced with my own siblings. If there's something about how the universe works to connect people who are disconnected. And even now with the internet, it's you all who are watching me right now, you're all over the world. In fact, I would love if you would put into the stream where you are, because the reality is the kind of love that I feel for you is real. Your willingness to be vulnerable in a collective reading makes my heart sing, because you're not the only person, Selena, Midnight Crow, who has been working hard at finding love. But maybe you're working too hard. Maybe you're striving. Maybe you are pushing yourself, almost like bullying yourself. And that needs to stop, okay? The universe knows how strong you are. And the universe also knows how much you want to have someone who has your back, to have someone who will not let you down, to have someone you can count on. One of my newest friends is a 91-year-old woman who just lost her husband of 70 years. I can't conceive of that. That's my whole lifetime that they were married. And she's struggling to let go of that 70-year marriage, right? I have a feeling, Selena, that is that kind of connection that you're craving. So, what's happening and why isn't it coming? You need to, I love how you said you're not enjoying the stars and the moon as much as you know you could, because the stars and the moon hold magic for you. I would say, if you could, are you familiar with the term the tithe, to pay a tithe? In religious tradition, somebody said if you pay 10% of the money you make to support your teachers or to support your church, it's like a fair exchange. And so what I'm saying to you, Selena, can you tithe your time to yourself? Okay? Can you tithe your time to yourself, which means 10% of every waking hour, can you give it to yourself in pleasure, fun, or relaxation? So 10% of 60 minutes is 6 minutes, right? 6 minutes every hour where you would turn off your devices and take a walk. What can you do to prove to yourself? You don't have to prove anything to the universe. The universe sees how hard you're working, but you're not tithing time to your own well-being. All right. So you are a member of my group. Thank you for joining. We're going to be doing tapping. I do workshops over there, but mainly I share videos and techniques with my members that they can use to make good use of the time they have to take care of themselves. Why would you want to do that? Love is coming. Selena, in a love reading, there's not much more of an exciting card than the Ace of Cups. Look at how that crown is floating above the ace of this cup. This is coming your way. Now, if it is that you're maybe hoping for a restoration with a family member, or you're wishing for new employment where you'd be 100% respected, or if this is for a soulmate. The reality is your hard work is paying off. Once you start to give yourself time for pleasure, you will come back into balance and you can expect new love around the corner. I'm so excited for you. This is very, very good news, right? Excellent, excellent. And keep me posted, Midnight. I'm so curious how the universe is going to be answering this deep prayer for you, okay? I love that. Motivation, thank you very much for that affirmation because the reality is you need to see yourself in the same light that the people are seeing you. Hey, Lilith, welcome. Hi, Bandar, welcome. Okay, Lilith, I love that you love your four-legged friends very dearly, and I totally get into that. Jyoti, I love blackbirds, wonderful. Sophia, oh my gosh, Sophia, thank you for telling me this. So with Sophia's reading, I really felt that there was a passed on loved one. It was such a clear message to me, and I gave it as I heard it, and she's affirmed it by saying it was from her mom. One of my dear friends and a member of our group, Janice, she woke up this morning and she was having a dream about having a deep conversation with her mom. And she woke up and she realized that today is the date of her mom's passing. Isn't that something? And so I'm just so glad that you told me this because it really does help me understand how those cards connect. Love that. Plain white sheets. I love that you attributed the channel. It means the world for me. And I will come to you shortly. So you hang right in there, plain white. And Lilith, let's go back over to you. Thank you for being here today, beautiful Lilith. So, what is the love message that we have for you? Thank you guys who are here. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. You know, when you share, if you share this right now, your friends who watch your channel will come over and visit us, and that brings all of our vibrations up. So thank you for sharing and loving and commenting on my videos, you guys. So 7 of Cups, beautiful Lilith. What I'm seeing here is that you definitely have choices in who you listen to. See this shadowy figure that's whispering? So what I see this is as something in your past. It looks like a ghost, doesn't it? And so something in your past is trying to distract you and trying to pull you away from your God-given right to make a choice. Okay, when we have thoughts that come into our head, we do not have to keep them. Sometimes we think that we are the originator of the thought. And that's not the way I look at it. I look at it as there's a sea of thoughts around us all the time because thoughts have energy. So the people around you are broadcasting their thoughts. Have you ever walked into a room and you take one look at the person in the room and you know exactly what mood they're in, right? That's because their thoughts are radiating around them like an aura. So we always have the chance to trust the unknown. I love this covered cup because gratitude is the secret sauce. And as we stay grateful and appreciative, no matter how hard things seem, what happens is we are guided to our highest and best. However, our past always whispers to us. And I wish I could tell you a method to make your past shut up, but I can't. I only know how to turn away from it and choose something that is alive today. You guys know that I use tapping. I also use scripting. These are techniques that other teachers teach about with manifesting because learning to have peace with the whispers from our past makes all the difference. I can promise you that. So remember, when you feel dragged down, you're feeling distressed and disturbed, that the answer to that, hang on, oh, I'm looking all over here. The answer for that lies within this little figurine. We are 95% non-physical. This is how I believe. And I believe my spirit, my soul are connected to the divine, and I can't see the divine. It's just there by evidence, right? And this little figurine, this is me, my personality, my fears, my doubts, my insecurities. When I forget that I have a divine counterpart that's always with me at all times, that's when I let the past speak. If I forget that I have an inner being who loves me so much, more than I can understand, I can forget and listen to this past, the past experiences and people that whisper to me, you don't want to move on. You can't move on. You're stuck in the past. And I'm like, no, no, no. My inner being only wants me to be looking at the positive choices. And you can think of at least 7 things in your life that you're grateful for, right? And when we pick gratitude, even though we're being teased by our dark habits to look down and stop believing, everything will change. Lilith, thank you so much. I'm sure you're not the only person here who's experiencing a little doubt and fear, so I'm glad that you were here to bring up this reading. And I love that you love your 4-legged friends so dearly. So do I. So Jyoti, welcome back. I know that you were here the other day, and I love that. So let's draw a card for Jyoti. What is it that love has for you today? What's the message? And don't you love this deck, you guys? It's so beautiful. I just love it. Okay. So Jyoti, oh my goodness, I see here a figure who is, hang on, let me take a breath. And another breath. So Jyoti, you've just come out of a period of pain, all right? You are transitioning away from a breakup or being canceled by somebody, being ghosted by somebody. All of these circumstances can be in play. You may have had a lot of things going on with your family of origin that were uncomfortable for you. You may have had to make some strong choices where the way they live is not the way you want to live. That in order to experience your own magical life, I look at all these gorgeous butterflies here, to live your own magical life, you need to do things your way. And it's been hard for you. There's been a lot of overanalyzing, overthinking, and maybe even your friends and family say you think too much. It takes one to know one. I love to figure things out. I love to sense solutions for problems. And so I have to be careful not to be too much of a thinker. And I have to learn to be a feeler. So I feel like that's what's happening in the next chapter for you, Jyoti. Please Google the spiritual meaning of butterfly, because I believe you're going to find a very personal way. This is a time of celebration, but you are reminded that love does hurt. There is not a relationship alive that hasn't had some pain, mainly because we walk into our relationships with our past attached to us. And sometimes we get triggered or we're reminded of something painful in our past, and we make the mistake of blaming it on our current person. It can be lonely sometimes right within a relationship, but that's because your person is never intended to be the divine. Your person is not your everything. Abraham Hicks teaches that nobody wants to be somebody's everything. And I want to bring this little object into the picture for you, Jyoti, because at the end of the day, when you connect with someone, with a friendship or with love, that we have 2 broken stars. We have 2 cracked stars recovering from heartbreak in the past. The star is the sign of healing. And it's true that 2 broken people don't make a whole person, but 2 broken, humble, healed people make 2 grateful people. And gratitude will make anything stick together. because we have to be grateful for the broken parts of our past. Now, those of you who've been here before, you know I have a blog that's called Breakup Candy, breakupcandy.com, and it's filled with ideas on how to get over past love and get ready for fresh love. So do take a look at that, okay, Jyoti? And thank you so much for visiting my channel again. It means a lot to me that you guys come back. So Amanda, good. Amanda, great. Be sure to look up. Yeah, I would. There's another thing, like if you look up Abraham Hicks and put soulmate, that you will be shocked at what Abraham Hicks teaches about soulmates. So do that. It's such a lesson for you, okay? Hi there, Basine. Welcome. I'm totally cool about pulling cards for you. Midnight Crow, thank you so much for teaching people how to use the channel, because I do play a game. I call it the gratitude game. Every time you come to my lives, there'll always be a gateway, and you need to pay the fee at the gateway in order to get your card. All right? One card readings are always at no charge. Welcome, Bina, Midnight Crow. Excuse me. Thank you, and magnificent success. And what's something that I love? Oh, Rootvi loves the place that she lives in, or he. So thank you for that, Rootvi. All right, so let us pull a card for Rootvi. They love the place they live, and you know what? I do too. I love my little apartment. There would be a time I might have thought differently about living in a tiny home, but right now I live with probably the fewest belongings that I've ever lived with, but the belongings I have fill me with joy. So let's see, Rootvi, what does the heart of love have for you? Okay, Ace of Wands. Wow, this is a fantastic card to come up in a love reading. Rootvi, have you been looking for a fresh start, my friend? Are you starting to realize that you have much to learn about how to keep the fire burning in a relationship? A lot of times, Rootvi, our earliest experiences with love, we get kind of we get kind of a mistaken idea, because that feeling of a crush, when you very first meet someone, it's the chemistry is so hot and you lose your mind, kind of, right? You start making decisions and you're doing things that you didn't think you would ever do, because the complex flood of chemistry is real. There are neurotransmitters in your brain that shoot off when you meet someone, and they flood your body with the good feeling energy. It's like a cocktail of, I'm going to say toxic, well, kind of toxic, because sometimes we can get connected to the wrong people. Isn't that true? But the reality is that at the flush of a brand new relationship, that energy that's there, it's not supposed to sustain. This is disappointing for some people, because they have these illusions, these dreams that they can maintain that crush energy or maintain the heat of the passion for the whole relationship, and that's simply not true. Our chemistry changes, our body chemistry changes as you get to know someone. You'll either start to see them for what they are, and you think, you know what? This is not supposed to last forever. It's fun for now, but it's not forever. But when it is a sustainable relationship, if it's supposed to last, the chemistry transitions to rapport. Deep rapport has different chemistry. It shares some of the chemistry of the crush, because of course you stay attracted. But when you become accepted, when both of you accept each other, flaws and all, that's called rapport, where suddenly the things that would annoy you about a past partner, your partner right now does the same thing and you don't care. I'm looking here at the dark shadows. I love how the curtains help me in these readings, because in a perfect relationship, there's all kinds of shadows, because of course you remind each other of the past. But in maturity, you know how to handle it, and you know how to use tools, you know how to make choices that will keep the relationship growing. So Root V, I'm very excited that this card has shown up for you today. I think the more that you reach, the more that you stretch to get to know what it is that you really want in love, you are going to see some amazing things manifest. Rootvi is a member of my private group. I'm so grateful to have everyone joining. It's growing in a hurry. There is no cost. And what we do is share together how to manifest more love into our lives. So please email me if you're interested. I would love to have you as part of what we're building over there. Okay. And I see Zar loves colors, and this is, thank you, Zara. Let me look and see. Jacqueline, oh, I'm so grateful that you're here, Jacqueline, and we will get to you shortly. Let me just go back here and see. Whoopsie. I just want to see who. Sorry, you guys, having a little technical difficulty. All right. Very good. Okay, so what's happening here? Okay. All right, so am I on? Okay, good. Yesterday, I had some technical difficulty in the last few days, guys, so if something happens and it clicks off for a second, don't give up. I'm still here. So I'm going to do a reading here for, okay, hang on a second, for Zar. Hi, Zar, welcome. I love that you love colors too, and let's do our 3-card reading for Zar. Thank you for doing tribute to my channel. It means the world to me. Thank you so, so much. Okay, let's put this out of the way. And what is it that Zar, for Jacqueline, sorry, Jacqueline, this is you. I need an archangel over my shoulder, guys. Say a prayer for me. Okay, Jacqueline, here are your 3 cards, my friend. And I don't remember seeing you here before, Jacqueline. So I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for visiting me this morning. And let's see, what is your love message? Now, you guys, don't be surprised if you are resonating with some of these readings for other people. That's the beauty of a collective reading where we all receive together the message of these cards, all right? Because I can't get to everyone and I don't want y'all to be disappointed. So please just make that choice. This reading is for me. Okay. Very interesting here, Jacqueline. Okay. Wow, Jacqueline, this is a very exciting reading. I don't know what's going on for you, but the universe is having a party in your behalf. Let's look at this. First of all, this is a beautiful card of tradition. And it says Romeo up there. And of course, we all know the story of Romeo and Juliet. But this is someone who has the desire to be connected. We have Romeo and Juliet. And so there is a heart of deep love. If you are with someone right now, Jacqueline, this person is definitely a keeper. If you're just wanting this, your desire is to attract this kind of relationship, the happily ever after card, this 10 of Cups, right next to this tradition card. So it might be that you have had some relationships in the past that actually were not as traditional. It wasn't as right for you as it was for someone else, like friends with benefits or people that are not wanting to commit, but you've been drawn because you have a heart for love. You have a heart to create something sustaining. Now, the last reading, Jacqueline, the last card that I did, I think it would be good for you too to just recognize that part of getting yourself ready. What is it that you can do to be the very best partner that you can be? All right, that's what we're going to be wanting to search for searching your heart. Now, this 8 of Staves, that is very fast moving energy. So you can expect, I would say, between now and the full moon, I think, is next week. Between now and the next full moon, I wouldn't be surprised at all if there isn't an abrupt change, or you meet someone or you get a sign, because this is a very powerful set of cards that I'm looking at, okay? This is something, again, what I want to point out is that we do have these figures up here, these cupids, and so they are in that opposite energy. The red is the heart, the root chakra, and the green is the heart chakra. And I see the repetition of red down here. So it seems to me that your traditions are extremely important to you. So do not settle. Don't settle for something that isn't just right for you. And your happily ever after is absolutely around the corner. I hope that you would come and join my community, Jacqueline, so that we could follow up. I do answer questions over there. It's a wonderful place for me to get to know people a little bit better. So thank you so much for coming aboard today. Now I'm going to have to adjust my camera a little bit here because, okay, there, great. I just was getting a little lost. Wow. Amanda, I just love how the cards are so telling for what's going on in your life right now. Very cool. And plain white sheets. We have plain white sheets. Sorry about that. We have old black and white movies. Oh, I love that. Like Casablanca is one of my favorite black and white movies. The Wizard of Oz is only partly black and white. Another one. And I love The Wizard of Oz because I feel like for a lot of us, that it's like that. Like our life is in black and white until all of a sudden we get it and we understand who we are. We understand that we can manifest more love in our lives, that the magic is in our own hands. It's like the world suddenly blossoms in color. So check out that movie if you want. Oh, there. Good. Let me do this. Okay. Susan, hi, you are welcome. So glad that you're here. And let's draw our 3 cards for our friend Plain White Sheets. I love y'all's creative YouTube channel names. I love that. Thank you for sharing this reading. You guys, when you hit that share button, it just draws more magic to all of us. Your thumbs ups are deeply appreciated. And of course, the tributes that you pay to support my channel, it means the world to me. So let's go forward here. My name is Catherine, by the way. This is Fish Out of Water Tarot for all you newcomers. So let's pull our 3 cards for Plain White Sheets. Thank you for coming back. I love that you're revisiting me, Plain White. What is the message that we have from love today? The Princess of Staves. Strong one, Plain. And we have the 2 of Coins. And we have the 3 of Coins. Cool. And now you guys, how do you like my deck today? Isn't it beautiful? It's one of my favorites. So let me just set this down and let me look it over and see. Okay. It's very significant to me whenever cards are in order. There are 78 cards in the deck, so just the fact that I would select 2 cards that are directly in order is just significant to me. And they're also in the pentacles or the coins. So this has something to do with your finances, Plain White Sheets, all right? Now the Princess of Staves up here, this is somebody, now this is a figure, and again, the gender doesn't matter, it's just the energies, but this is a figure of somebody who's just come out of a time when they've been very burdened. You may be, right now, it could be something like you've been caring for someone and all of a sudden that's changed, and that burden of caring for that person is now in the past. It could actually be a breakup, where you knew. Now see, right now I have pressure in my throat, in my upper chest, and I need to excuse myself to have a sip of tea. That is always Spirit's way of helping me see that somebody is not speaking their truth, all right? So this may be very true for you, Plain White Sheets, that in the past you had a hard time standing up for yourself or speaking your truth, but that never works because the heat of what's going on in the situation, it just makes you so uncomfortable. And you may even feel right now, Plain White Sheets, you may feel pressure in your upper chest. If that's you, go ahead and put your hand right on your upper chest, press and take a breath. The universe uses our body to show us where there's blocks, and sometimes the fear of being too controlled or the fear of losing your freedom could be blocking your way to something new. The Two of Coins and the Three of Coins. This is a card of choices. There's definitely choices coming your way, and it could do with your career or your love life, because the coins are supportive of both our hearts and our well-being and how we function on the planet. Okay, it's showing me that you are in you're kind of in a ticklish situation. There's some heaviness with this choice, but the irony is that the Two of Coins is all about finding a balance between work and play, right? And so there's something in your energy right now that's missing. There's something missing. See the white back here, that white? There's something missing, and what it is for you, plain white sheets, it's pleasure. Okay, you've been working so hard at something or at more than one thing, and you might say to me, Catherine, I have no time for fun. You have no idea what my life looks like. Well, my friend, I would say you have no time not to have fun. You need to realize all work and no play makes white sheets a playing day, right? That you do need to have fun in the midst of all your working. Over here, look at this lonely figure, all right? When I see this lonely figure, I feel like they are not aware of how much team is behind them. This Three of Coins energy is about teamwork. So there's a part of you, plain white sheets, that's been feeling isolated because of all the effort. The reality is you need to turn and look at the people who are supporting you right now. Get out a piece of paper, my friend, and write down the names of people that you know care for you. And put my name at the top of the list. Put Catherine, because I do care for you. You're supporting my work. You're on my team, and I am on your team. Imagine that I am up here in that top window, and imagine that as you hear my words coming, I'm reminding you that you are not alone at all, that there are at least two other people that regard you highly. Getting grateful for what you already have is going to help you climb the ladder into your abundance. You cannot love anyone more than you love yourself. All right, so self-love, befriending your own personality will really help you. So plain white sheets, I'm just going to bring my little figure here for a reminder. Whenever you're feeling out of touch, or life isn't fair, or things are too hard, that's a sign that your personality, your human nature, is not seeing your life through the same lens as your higher self. We all have a divine counterpart. We have that part of us that you cannot see, but that part of you loves you so much. Your inner being thinks you are a rock star, and your inner being wants you to see yourself as a rock star also. Okay, my friend, I thank you so much for being here, for listening to this reading, because honestly, we all need that message. Me especially. Now with the channel, I'm so darn busy that I forget to take time for myself, and that's not good for anybody, because how can I continue to give readings if I'm too exhausted with my work, right? So we all need that. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. I really love it. Don't you love them? I love that you're getting that connection with your with the goddesses and gods that are on the card, Selena, Midnight Crow, because that's a way you can depend on your inner guidance. A lot of times during the reading, if I ever say the name of a movie, the name of a song, it's a good idea to go look them up, because you will definitely get an extra blessing, okay? Thank you very much. Shahan, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. And Jacqueline, I hope that you heard your message. I'm going to timestamp the messages so that you can go back and listen to them. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for being patient. I really appreciate you. And Miss T Bikini, aw, big hug. Everybody send a big hug to Miss T Bikini. She has been through and through and through, and yet she never gives up. Miss T Bikini is one of the people that inspires my heart. Special love. I'll tap that red heart you see off to the side, and let's all send love to our beautiful Miss T Bikini. Okay, Miss T Bikini, what card do we have for you? I feel this one. Oi, Miss T Bikini, I say, oi. All right, let's take a look here. The Two of Swords. All right, now, Miss T Bikini, what this is clearly showing me is that you are not alone. Okay, say that out loud to yourself, Miss T Bikini. In fact, everybody listening to my voice, just say it. I am not alone. My angels are here protecting me. Go ahead, say it again. I am not alone. My angels are here protecting me. It's the way it is. In my world, if you guys like hanging out with me, you're going to hear me talking about angels and fairies. My fairy reading from yesterday was so fun. So if when you're done with this reading, just go click in the lives and go review those fairy readings. They were profound. But Miss T Bikini, your angels see how your exact situation right now. Okay? They are seeing you. This red ribbon that keeps going through the suit of the arrows is the sign that there's great healing happening, especially around your family of origin. You have never been out of the angel's eyes. This green blanket that lies beneath the sleeping figure is love. You are surrounded by love, even though it doesn't feel like it. Look at this green frame. The love is all around you, and thank God for that when we go through really hard times. But these two arrows, one is fear and the other is anger. Now the angel has already removed the anger and it's tossed it aside. But the fear is what your angels are working on right now, Miss T Bikini. So if I'm going to put it, I think I already put it in the community. If I didn't, I will. But on the community here on YouTube, if you find it, you're on my channel, you'll see a tab at the top that says community. And I put a tapping script in there from my personal tapping hero, Brad Yates. And it's about fear. He taps about fear. And it's excellent. I tapped on it myself this morning. So you are working on removing your fear. I know that. But guess what? Your angels are working on your behalf. So even though we might not see the angels, the evidence of the angels is around us all the time in the coincidences that happen. Watch to find feathers on the street while you're walking, coins, if you see dragonflies, and especially butterflies. Allow yourself to remember the angels are here for you. They're here for you during the tough times, and they're here waiting to celebrate with you. Just a wonderful, wonderful reading for you, Miss T. As you step away from the fear and anger, it's you can't ever get rid of it. It's just activated. And a lot of times our life circumstances cause these things to be activated. Thank you so much for continuing to come to the channel. It's my hope, my desire that you feel great comfort whenever you're here in our little family. Okay, Miss T Bikini, big hug. Okay, going forward here, let's see who is thankful. Hi, Jazz, welcome. Oh, I love yarn and creating things. And Jacqueline loves colors. Jacqueline, I already did your reading. I know I'm behind as I'm reading through. I have to go through slowly so that I don't get confused on the readings and who's next. But Jazz, I love yarn and creating things, and so do I. And Jacqueline, you're reading. Jacqueline, I'm concerned that you might miss your reading, so if you want to email me, I can give you the timestamp for your reading because I did pull 3 cards for you. Okay, my friend? And so what we have here, who do we have next? Oh, Jazz. All right, awesome. Oh, you hear my wind chimes. How cool. All right, hi, Bandar. Hi, Rashika. Welcome, my dear friend. Hi, Aubrey. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. So let me just go back and we were going to go to Jazz, I believe. Jazz was the next one. Loving yarn and creating things. Absolutely. I do too. I do crocheting. That's my art. So let's take a look here for Jazz. All right. Okay, let's look. Oh my goodness, Jazz. Now, when it comes to love, it looks like there's been some illusion. Illusion is when something is not what it appears. And you know, we all fall prey to that kind of thing. We all get tricked by love. Okay, let me say that again. We all get tricked by love. And it's really not anyone's fault. It's just because when we're inexperienced and when we're young, we just keep, we it's like our brain is not attached to our body. I mean, we make foolish decisions when it comes to love. And so it shows me that something in your past, Jazz, is holding you back. Here's what I'm aware of here. See this bird right here. Now this bird is looking at these two birds that are flying away. The bird is not looking to this partner that's here. So it shows me that there's been at least one relationship in your past that was a mismatch. It was not lasting. Probably it was fun. Probably it was exciting. There could have been things that happened with you and this previous person that actually felt right. There were some things in common. I mean, they are both birds, but it looks like that's where it's completely different. It's a different body shape. It's a different a posture. And so it shows me that there's somebody in your past that was not a good partner, and that your heart is being called to a different group of people, that your heart is being called out away from this past situation, but your body is still there. So there's like this split, there's a split going on. So what the universe would say to you is, don't be afraid to want what you really want. Take out a piece of paper. I know you guys always hear me say that, but I mean it. Take out a piece of paper and let's evaluate this last person, whoever it is that you feel you can't turn away from. Write a list of everything that you loved about that person when you first met them. When you first met them, they seemed perfect. So go ahead and write out all of those things. And then go through and put yes or no next to each one. Is is that person still making you feel that way? Do they still bring the same values to you? Yes, no, yes, no. Because as you come to grips with the fact that your heart is not here anymore, you will be free to pursue where the universe is drawing you. And another thing that I'll say, Jazz, is that not all of the true love that you want is going to come from a romantic partner. For sure, you need to have love from friends. You need to have love from clients. Like, I know you do create art for your clients, and I know when you create those beautiful bags that you make, you're loving every stitch, aren't you? Right? And so you have so much love floating around you. You don't need to cling to some connections from the past that simply don't serve you anymore. All right? Watch for the energy of this full moon. It's coming up next week. The full moon is a chance to give up, to surrender things that aren't working for you anymore. And so just be truthful with yourself. Let yourself acknowledge, yes, that past person was good until they weren't. Also, if you check the breakupcandy.com, it's one of my blogs. It has lots of articles about how you can move on with peace and with grace. Okay, my friend? I'm here for you. I'm here for you, Jazz. Please come. I know you're part of my WhatsApp group. If you need help learning how to use that group, all you have to do is shoot me a message and I'll hold your hand, okay? So I'm going forward here. Jazz, here's the wind chimes. Bandar, welcome, welcome. Hi, Rashika. I'm so glad to hear you, Rashika. I'm glad you're feeling better. And yes, I love how the universe does take our circumstances and make them into positive experience for us, because surviving our circumstances is the best way, in a way, to know that the universe is real with all it has to offer. Okay, so Aubrey, I love myself. Oh, God love you. It's such a good reminder, isn't it? I put something into our YouTube community about inner child, because when we start to embrace our inner child, the part of us that just didn't understand about love when we were young, when we start to embrace those things, everything changes. So thank you, Aubrey. I'm glad you're here. Let's take a look. Oh, Aubrey, wonderful. So when we look at our Queen of Coins, this shows me that you have what it takes. You have the grounded energy, the gift of nurturing, the gift of being prosperous. And prosperous is not just about money. There's a wonderful book that's called Thank and Grow Rich by Pam Grout, and I'm going to be doing a book club with that book in my community on WhatsApp. So if you want to do a book club with me, please, you're invited. There's no cost. You can come right in. Thank and Grow Rich changed my life, not just because my story is actually in the book, that Pam interviewed me and put my manifesting story in her book. I never saw that coming. It was a blessing, was the best manifestation so far for me. And I'm actually doing a book club on that, no charge. So for sure, my friend Aubrey, email me so you can learn, because you have the potential to I'm going to say the word quadruple, like 4 times the goodness that you're experiencing in your life right now is available to you. There's unlimited abundance coming your way. I don't know what kind of work you do, but there's something magical about how you do your skill. There's something very magnetic about your personality and your charisma. When it comes to love, you may have had some disappointments, and you may have had to wise up, smarten up. This is streetwise, super smart, can't take advantage of her. All right. So I feel like the mountains in your past, the things behind you, have built the strength of who you are. I wish you were here that I could meet you in person, because I just feel this amazing confidence coming from you, Aubrey. Now, if for some reason you hear me say this and you're saying, wait a minute, I don't know who she's talking about, but it's not me. I love that. The fact is, though, it is you. If you're an underachiever and you're not living out the abundance that the Queen represents, there's just some shadows inside that need to be washed away. Tapping is one of the ways I do that. I do tapping groups, and I welcome you to email me. I'll tell you all about how to do tapping with me. And I can also give you resources for other tapping experts that will help you. Now I'm having a jam up in my throat, so let me take a sip of tea. And I'm sensing for you, Aubrey, that you may have a little tiny bit of trouble speaking your truth. So if that's you, just put on a blue crystal around your neck, like a sodalite or a lapis lazuli. You might find that wearing a blue shirt or a blue sweater will just give you enough support that you start to speak your truth gently, firmly, but honestly. Thank you guys for being here today. I'm going to keep going a little bit. I usually stop in an hour, but I'm just having so much fun. I'm going to see if anybody... Oh, Sandra is here. Oh, I'm so glad. This is like Christmas, because I go through the scroll really slowly to find out who's here. And Sandra is an old friend. She's been watching lives for a couple years now, right, Sandra? Oh, at least. I was living in Mexico when we first met, and that's 2 years ago. So thank you for coming back and visiting my channel. It means so much to me. All right, so let's take a peek here. What is it that we have for Sandra when it comes to love? Okay, the 6 of Arrows. All right, let's take a look here. The Six of Arrows. So, what we see here when it comes to love, it's not been an easy time, has it, Sandra? In fact, you know how that one saying, between a rock and a hard place? She has just come through a rock and a hard place. This little channel that's open between these boulders shows me that you are navigating very smart right now, that you are being mindful about what's going on with your love life. You have learned some painful lessons because trusting the wrong person, pinning too much of your joy on the behavior of someone else, it just hasn't worked out so good, huh? And it's been painful for you. So the universe wants you to know that things are looking up. If this is a card that kind of says the worst is over, it's a card where the universe is saying, well done. You're really learning how to navigate your single life and that you are headed in the right direction. Learning how to be grateful for the things that have disappointed you. I mean, I know it's not easy to say, well, yeah, that last person I went out with turned out to be disappointing. How can I be grateful for that? Well, Abraham Hicks would say that the only way you know what you really want is when you experience what you don't, right? So when you experience a former person that was disappointing, you use that as a springboard. Say, well, I know what I don't want. I don't want that again. But people tend to fall into a depression like, oh, brother, look what I got. No, no, no. It's the opposite. Oh, thank goodness I saw who they were. Now I know what I don't want. Now, in the description box, there's something called the soulmate generator. Sandra, I don't know if you've used it before, but I highly recommend. Also, there's a love profile. These are all free of charge, but you can look at your love profile and it'll tell you where you are and what your personality style is and how to attract love. So those of you who are listening with Sandra, be sure to check that out. And a minute ago, we had 20 people viewing and 20 thumbs up. So Sandra, do Google the angel meaning of 2020 because I believe there is a message there for you. Okay, so let me go forward here. Anjali, aw, hi Anjali, welcome, welcome. Anjali, what is it that you love? Oh, Rutvi is living in an ashram. Well, you know, just being surrounded by all of that love and devotion is absolutely fantastic for you. I love that. Anjali, what is it that you love about your life? Or not about, what is something that you love? It doesn't have to be something about your life. Hi, Christina. And oh, here we are. Okay. Yes, thank you, Anjali. Thank you, Rashika and Magnificent, for being able to help people understand how to use the channel. And again, if for some reason you feel that you have not had your reading, be sure to email me and I will make sure that I can give you the link that I've done your reading and I can share exactly where to go on the video to find it. Okay, Faz, I love flowers, and so do I. And that's one part, like right now, this time of year, when the flowers start to fade and they start to go away on my side of the world, there's no plants here that continually flower all year around. And that makes me extra grateful for flowers. And so for you, Faz, what I'm feeling right off the bat is that there's something temporary about your situation. So Faz, right now we have 2121. So write that number down. We have 21 likes and 21 people viewing, and I do believe there's a special angel message for you with that number. So be sure to take a peek. And Faz, yes, okay, this always amazes me because I was feeling for you, Faz, that there's a transition going on, that something is fading, okay? So this particular card shows that there has been a lot of hurt feelings within you. if I look at these wings right here and look at that arrow, this is right where the heart would be. And I feel like a part of you has felt very, hang on, let me think of how to express. Taken advantage. Somebody has taken advantage of you, Foz, and you have been very brave. It's felt like a storm. There's just been a storm. I feel like this is such a heavy situation for you, my friend. Go ahead, Foz, put your hand on your heart and just take a breath. Wow, I feel like whatever's been happening, it's like an affliction, that there's a storm within your being, that there's been a lot of unfairness and a lot of difficulty. But the good news is this is ending a cycle, that you are almost to the end of this time of intense affliction. The part about it that's so difficult is trying to find something to be grateful for in the midst of this mess. Now, the secret is you don't have to be grateful for the mess. A lot of people, when they come into my world, they'll say, well, how can I be grateful that that person cheated on me? How could I possibly be grateful that that person lied about me, betrayed me, or abandoned me? No, no, no. You never have to be grateful for that. But at the same time this is going on, you can pivot and look out into your world, and what is it that you can appreciate? The fact that you love flowers, I love that. So pictures of flowers, even if you go to Instagram and find a channel that has flower pictures and you just look at them. Better going into nature, go to a flower market, go to some place where flowers are everywhere, because it will lift your spirits. It's so important that you realize, Foz, that you are almost through a very painful cycle. Later, years from now, you'll look back to this time and you'll think, wow, I survived that. I'm so grateful. Wow, that was terrible, but it's gone, and now I'm living in the freedom and the grace and the mercy that the divine has for me, okay? Don't give up, Foz. Don't give up, because there's something wonderful coming your way, okay? All right, excelente. And I have a few more minutes. I want to do a few more readings. Hey, Rachel, welcome back. And Rachel loves to spend time with herself. Jacqueline, you're welcome. I'm so glad that you were able to receive your reading. It means a lot to me. Your reaching out and supporting my channel means the world to me. Thank each and every one of you. If you want a 3-card reading, all you do is tribute to the channel with the super chat, and I will draw you 3 cards. I'm only going to be here maybe another 15 minutes or so. So hang in there. We'll get your reading to you. So Rachel, love spending time with yourself. So do I. So Rachel, I can already sense, I mean, whatever card this is, but my feeling is that spending time alone is awesome until it's not. Okay, so sharing that with you, I love the energy of being by myself, but I do feel I have to stay in balance. Now, once again, the number 2121 has repeated, and so be sure to Google the angel meaning of 2121. Rachel, I believe you're going to be extra blessed by it. 3 of arrows. So yes, so part of the reason, my dear Rachel, part of the reason that you love being alone is because of the pain of your past. All right. There have been things that have happened that you've been very disappointed by love. You've been disappointed because the storms in the past. This is like a reflection of this card, right? It's just a reflection of that same reality, that people can be very difficult. Can I hear an amen from the peanut gallery? Part of the reason I love being alone is because me and my dogs, we all get along together. Now, Murphy is being very quiet today. He's sound asleep behind me, but you have heard Murphy in the past, haven't you, you guys? And when he barks, he can disrupt my peace, but yeah, I can easily fix that by just telling him, shh, Murphy, stop, and he'll stop. Humans are not so cooperative. but humans can bring me more than animals can. So my dear friend, who am I speaking? Rachel, my dear friend, what we're seeing here is that the divine wants you to put the heartbreak behind you, but let go of it, right? Not put it behind you and stay fearful that, oh gosh, I don't dare step out. Nope, nope, nope. I'm not going to put into my feet into that rushing stream. But the trouble is, you have much to offer, Rachel. You have so much to offer. Your life experiences, your mind, your sense of humor, your beauty. People would love to be connected to you. Not the people that break hearts. No, sister souls, brother souls. You have a soul family out there. Even the fact that you're repeating to come to my channel. There's people out there who would deeply treasure you. And so trust, trust, trust. Now, what I would say the universe is saying is when you get invited somewhere, simply say yes. When somebody asks you to go somewhere, say yes. You can always come back to your privacy. You love your own company. But today, on this day, I think it's 9/9/24. I think it's the 9th today. So that's a significant number, the 9. And so do make yourself available. Say yes when people want to be with you. Okay, my dear friend, I'm so glad that you're here. Now let's get you out into public. Okay, hi Anita, welcome. Hi Shilpa. Oh, Shilpa, I haven't seen you for a while. Shilpa loves the positive energy around you. And thank you for that, Shilpa. Isn't it true that even when things are not going well, there is positive energy around us if we just look for it? Okay. Let's see here. And, oh man, Shilpa. So somebody wants to share positive energy with you, my friend. Look at this. Okay, Shilpa, be sure to email me. I think you would love my private community, Fish Out of Water and Friends over on WhatsApp. I would really love to have you in there. So do consider that. Rachel, same thing. All of y'all, if you're still here listening, this is Catherine, Fish Out of Water Tarot and Friends. So I'd love to have you come join me. So this desire card. So Shilpa, there's something in you. Now the Tristan and Soul Isolde, these are are they legendary? I'm not, is that what you would call them? Like legendary figures. They're like, or they could be in like the Roman gods. These figures do have a romance story. And I think it's one that does have drama in it. So Shilpa, have you been in some dramatic relationships? Who of us hasn't, right? And it could be that you have had your heart broken by love in the past. And today, love wants you to know that the divine wants to knit together. The divine wants to get to know you in a way that is unmistakable. The divine wants you to learn a lesson, Shilpa. And this is the first lesson. There's a part of you that you cannot see. The divine nature within you is non-physical. It's invisible. And this inner being loves you so much. This inner being would do anything to help you. But there's only one thing the inner being cannot do. And that is it cannot force your personality, the little you, it can't force you to turn to it. So whenever we feel lost or afraid, it's because we forget we have this inner being as our lifelong partner, that we actually have love on the inside of us. And we truly cannot find love in another human until we know how to connect. Because even if you're in a couple, if you're in a human couple, and mind you, the genders don't matter here, it's just energy. But if you're in a human couple where you think that the other person is the divine, you're going to be so disappointed. Because when we cling, let me just set this here. When we cling, hang on to, squeeze another human to get our desires met, it will never fulfill, because the only clinging that we should be doing is to our own inner being. And you say, well, Catherine, what if I go into my inner being and I don't want to be with this person anymore? And we say, well, yes, then that's a good thing, because your inner being knows better than you who will be a great partner. Chances are in your younger years, you got yourself connected to some people who were just not the right person for you. And their purpose was to teach you what it is that you truly desire. Okay? A great reading for you, my dear Shilpa. Okay, so let's see who else is here. Beautiful. I know isolation is bliss, and I think I love that that reading came through for you, my dear Rachel. Silent Lover. Hi, Silent Lover. Welcome, welcome, Rashika. And oh, you are just so welcome, Plain White Sheets, and I'm grateful for you and what you're doing to support my channel. You guys are just the best. Hi, KL, welcome back. I love seeing you again. Loves her kids, her dog, and her sweet family and friends, especially good feelings. So anyway, let's let us go right to your reading, KL, Silent Lover. I'm trying to see what your question is about. But we do have those of you who would like more information, or you just want to get to know me better as a reader. I do have a private group on WhatsApp that's growing every day, and there I answer questions. I do videos that are only for my membership, and I share my heart over there. So please do come and look me up, would you? Just email me and I'll invite you in. And KL, let's look at what we have here for you. Okay, KL. So much love for her family, so much love for her pets and her animals. You know what? When I see this for you, I feel like, KL, you're kind of split, you're kind of shut off from something, that you have a wall. There's a wall here. And I feel like the universe, I love that figure standing there with his hand on his hip. He's like, what are you waiting for? That's when I look at that, I think that the figure is saying, what are you waiting for? And I feel like in your own mind, you've kind of disqualified yourself from something. Perhaps someone has asked you lately if you would help out with a project, or perhaps you got offered a job even, that part of you is thinking, no, they've picked the wrong person. And the universe is over there saying, you're passing up a great opportunity. Look at all the love that's out there. Look at all the green. So I don't know what this is for you, KL. If you have not been invited into something different, please look forward to that happening. Sometime this month, the juicy month of September, there's something going on here that's pulling you into a surprising direction. And they believe in you more than you believe in yourself. Does this resonate for you? I feel like this dress being in that golden color and the blue with the throat chakra, you might be a singer, or you might have an exquisite ability to tell a story, and that your gifts and talents are needed in the world. So like I said, don't be surprised if you don't get some kind of invitation. Your own ability to accept your gifts, to not be self-critical, to really catch yourself. When you catch yourself having a negative opinion about yourself, when you're too judgmental about your talents, take a breath and realize that somebody else's view of you as qualified is stronger than your own sense of things. All right? Very interesting. I'm so curious about that card. What in the world? Okay, let's go forward here, see if I can grab one more. Silent Lover, all we need to do is tell me something that you love. Oh, Aubrey, I love to do, I love coloring also, and hummingbirds are real important for me. Sometimes I do readings outside at my house, and I have several hummingbirds in my life. Okay. I did do Miss T Bikini. All you have to do is to email me or contact me, and I'll give you a timestamp. Okay. Aw, Miss T Bikini feels like she's running a zoo at her house. Okay, let's see. 99 is a portal, guidance and blessing. Thank you, Ayushi. Thank you very much for sharing that here. And so you're welcome, Aubrey. Aw, I wish that, oh gosh, thank you for saying that. Aubrey, come and join my group. I would love to have you join in. Sniper Mod Rick, you've been here before. I love that. And we have Nina. So Sniper Rick and Nina, I'm going to do this card for both of you because you love your life, because I'm just coming to the end of my time and I have a couple of doggies that need my attention. So I'm going to close the reading with a dual reading for both Sniper Mod Rick and Nina, who love life. What is the blessing that love has? What's your message from love today? Ooh, a nice message for Rick and Nina. The Ace of Coins. So there's new beginnings coming your way, my friends, and everyone else who's just happens to be listening right now. There's an energy of closure here. And the energy of closure is about letting something go because something brand new is coming in. I feel like there's been an entanglement. Do you know, can you picture a vine that climbs over a house? I know here in my country we have some houses where vines grow up on the outside of the house. You can see here, see this? It almost looks like a roof. And so what it's showing me is, for Rick and Nina and anyone else that can relate, is that you're exiting something that's been almost strangling you, that it's something behind you that did not work for you at all, that it just became overgrown and you couldn't move. There's something about that energy that's almost kicking you out. The Ace of Coins is here to say, look, you are just about finished with that. Step out and move forward. In the description box, there's something called the Magical Money Machine. It's a device that I created to eliminate the limiting beliefs from your financial situation and also from relationships, because the ability to sustain your finances is very connected to your emotional stability that you would have in love. This is not about the Ace of Cups, that's the emotions, but this is about the working of a relationship, how you get along with people, how grounded you are in what it is that you really want. So even though you may still feel a bit trapped, you may still feel like you're being smothered, the truth is there's a brand new opportunity coming for you in love and or career. You need to take the steps to free yourself. Tapping is a wonderful tool. I share tapping resources in the community here on YouTube, but also in my private group, because we can never really achieve our true freedom until we get rid of the clutter, like snip away all of the things that are holding us in place. So my dear Nina and Rick, there is your reading. Thank you guys for being here today. Thank you for being so good to my channel. I appreciate you more than you know. I will be back tomorrow with another reading for you guys, and we'll play more gratitude. Gratitude is the secret sauce. Find something to appreciate every day, okay? I love each and every one of you. Thank you for being here today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.